Hello, I'm Dr. Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to this Friday's update. And I will tell you what a November to remember. Yes, we had record upgrades in this club. We had upgrades at every single level of this club, which is an indication of true healthy growth. Every level in this club has members who are improving themselves, who are moving up, who are upgrading, if you will, their lives. We also had record numbers of new joins. Now understand this. This is why it's so important as this club's energy ball begins to grow. Yes, we all have an energy ball. We all have individual energies, and that collective energy permeates through the club. And it begins this movement, if you will, of new members. And we not only broke the record, yes, we set a record in November of 2019, which actually shattered our previous record. So we're very excited about that. I tell you, the new members are the lifeblood of GEN. It's how a club grows. It's how we begin to impact more and more lives in more and more countries. And we are having global growth. It's not just in the United States. It's not just in Europe. It's in multiple countries, so on multiple continents. So we're very proud of you. Welcome to those of you who are brand new members. Understand that you are also eligible for the sponsoring promotion that we have going on, the 3, 5, 8, and 10. It's discussed in previous Friday updates, so I'm not going to go into explaining all of it, except to say that if you sponsor 3, 5, 8, or 10 by December 31st of 2019, and those members stay active members in the club, paying $150 a month each month, you will be eligible for $3,000, $5,000, $8,000, or $10,000 payouts at the end of 2020. It is a spectacular event, a spectacular promotion, and it's working, and we are experiencing tremendous growth inside the club. I will tell you that, again, congratulations to those of you who are in GEN, who get it, who understand learning online, who understand upgrading your life and changing your lives online. Because Black Friday set a new record here in the United States. Again, it was $7.4 billion was spent on Black Friday online. You see, this is so amazing what's happening as we see cultural change. And you are at the head of the curve. You're in front of the curve. You understand learning online, studying online, buying online. As a matter of fact, Cyber Monday set a new record again, almost a 20% increase in the sales. I believe it was $9.4 billion were spent online on a single day. It is amazing to see what's happening. And actually 33% of that was done by mobile devices. You see, it's not just the home computer. People are more mobile. People desire access to information and to deals online, mobilely. This is why we're upgrading the GEN, the member development secrets. That's why they're coming out in the middle of December. On the 15th, we are releasing our initial phase of that training so that you can receive that training online at your fingertips on a weekly basis. So again, congratulations to being ahead of the curve. Here's the beauty of it. You not only learn online, but when you combine that, the high tech with the high touch, with going to events, with meeting people of like minds, with sharing their energy, with interacting with their energy balls. This is how you grow. This is how you develop. This is how you win. This is how you move forward in your life. When you combine the ability to, at your fingertips, get training information, and you combine that with human interaction, it is the best of both worlds. And it is why we're so excited to be seeing so many of you. It's why we included in this bonus, it's why we included event tickets so that you can see what happens at these events. You must be present to experience it. It will change your life, and it will change your life forever, and it will show you what's possible out there. I will tell you that in Kabul, you'll also learn about being able to double those bonuses that I talked about earlier. There are so many great things in store for you. I'm so excited for you and your future inside the Global Information Network. I'm happy for you. I will also tell you that I would like to welcome you into New Member December, because we have we have that same promotion going on in December. And it's for the reason that November was so historically successful. And many of you said, I'd like to go from 3 to 5 or from 5 to 8. Or you said, I have new members that just got in. I'd like for them to be able to experience this. How can they make money inside the world of Gen? It's part of the business aspect of what we teach and what we train on here. How can you learn about the benefits and the perks that happen when you're a Global Information Network member? Well, the way you do it is you get in, you plug in, you pay attention, you listen to your sponsor, you get started right, you sponsor other people, you bring them into the club, you get on the website, you study the information that is available to you, the life-changing information that is available to you online. It's one of the benefits of this club. I will tell you that, we talked last week about honor. And I was so impressed, and I didn't have time to discuss all of this with you last week, but I wanted to I'm so excited by this study because of the parallels that it has. And, we have 12 of these words that we're going to go through. And before we get into today's word, I wanted to tell you about the magnitude of applying these principles that I've been teaching you and training you and sharing with you. How you can begin to think bigger, and how you can begin to think that it's about how it's more than you. It's not about any of us. It's about all of us. And in this book, I want to read a very short section with you because it is so well stated and it gets you to thinking and being bigger. It says when you apply those rules of fidelity and honor that we've been talking about as follows. Apply them to the child and to the parent and to the wife and to the husband and to relatives and to neighbors and to your town and to your employers and to your employees and to business competitors and to fellow workmen and to other trades and to other professions and to all of your social class and to all of your superior classes and to all classes that are inferior, to your friends and to acquaintances and to strangers and to enemies and to guests and to your hosts and to temporary associates and to members of your organizations and to other organizations and to non-members and to your party and to other parties and to your state and to other states and to the nation and to all nations and to people of your language and to those of other languages and to your nationality and to other nationalities and to the whole human race and to the living and to the yet unborn and to other men's gods, and to your God. The applications are enormously magnetic. You see, it changes your energy. We want to say the magnetic power of these regimes is only limited by your endowments and your capacity for persistent application and the element of time. Do the right things long enough consistently. There are lots of ways to say these things. There are lots of phrases. There are lots of terminologies and ways in which we can share principles that are hundreds and thousands of years old. Sometimes it's so well stated differently. And when this was written by Dr. Haddock in the early 1900s, some of the terminology is a little bit different, but you get the intention. You see, he talks about people that are in your group and people that are outside of your group and people that you're with and people that you're not with and people that are here and people that are yet to be here. This is how it works when you begin to resonate these frequencies that we're talking about through these trainings. Today's word is hopefulness. Hopefulness. And it's always important to get the exact definition of what these words mean. I'm going to break down hopefulness for you because hope is the optimism about a future event. It's hope for something that could happen in the future or something that you desire to happen or actually something that could happen in the future. Full, obviously I don't need to explain full to you. Full is the state just before your cup runneth over. Full is full. It is filling you with hope, filling you with the optimism of your future. Hopefulness, and the ness is a suffix that talks about a state or a being. When you are full of a state of hope, of optimism, now you begin to transmit a completely different energy. You see, this hopefulness, you must begin to believe in your efforts. Believe that your efforts will lead you to what you desire in your state of hope. We've all known people who seem very hopeful. And we also know people who, rather than live in a world of hopefulness, live in a world of hopelessness. And I don't have to explain less to you either, because you're in the global information network and you understand, and you've all known people like this. Some people you meet and they're full of energy and they're full of life and they're full of vitality. And people will say, why are you always so happy? Why are you always so upbeat? Why are you always spectacular? When people ask me how I am, my response is, I'm spectacular. And you would be shocked at the number of people who say, well, I'm just good. Well, you can be better. You can be spectacular. There's room for everyone on the bus. Hopefulness. People say you're always so upbeat. Well, it's because, I tried being down. It didn't attract very many people. It wasn't a very good response for me. Be positive. Be happy. Act as if. You see, when you do that, you begin to feel a little bit better, and pretty soon you own the concept of being better and doing better and having better, and it all escalates. You see, it's really that simple. Hopefulness is absorbed and described in these works as absorbing the magnetic ethers. You see, you absorb, you receive, therefore you can change and you can send. That's how it works. It talks about being a receiver and being a sender. So does all the Gen training. The key here is the Success Mastery course. And hearing the same or similar message from different perspectives allows you to have more relatability and to be more conversational when you talk to other people about Gen. When you talk to them in the future about upgrading, when you talk to them in the future about joining, when they participate in our sponsoring bonus. This is how it all works every time. Some of these, you see, some of this hopefulness and some of this energy you generate internally by the foods that you eat and by getting rest and by thinking positive thoughts and by surrounding yourself with positive people. Some of it is stimulated by the external. Sometimes people are affected by the weather. Sometimes it can be dreary, or you may have a feeling of sorrow. Those are external forces. Maybe you're in a diseased state and you're worried. Maybe you're concerned. Maybe you're in a state of fear, which is the number one holdback that we witness worldwide when we poll people in an audience. What is it that holds you back? What is it that keeps you from becoming who you know in your mind and in your heart you can be? What is it? And it's the fear of something. Fear of not being enough. Fear of being too tall. Fear of being too skinny. Fear of being too blonde or being too heavy. You see, these are all imagined fears. Once you begin to change the way you view yourself, you change the energy that you put out there. You change the energy that you put into the universe. And when you do that, it changes the energy that the universe sends back to you. This is how it works. Hopefulness, one of the most powerful thought processes, one of the most powerful energy processes for magnetic connectivity into the ethers that you can have. Be hopeful. Remain hopeful. I will tell you that it talks about creating the spirit of hopefulness at all costs. You see, at all costs. It's the magnificent obsession. It's the laser-like focus. It's the way in which you act and perceive yourself in your world. I would recommend that you make daily statements about hopefulness. Be happy, be healthy, be terrific. You see, when you actively think about and make statements about yourself that are successful, I am successful, I am powerful, I am spectacular. These are all things that reinforce an energetic flow at a subatomic particle level for you. This is how it works. You begin to resonate. You see, every piece and every part of you is constantly in motion. They're constantly rubbing against each other. So if we can get them to rub against each other in a positive manner, then what they send out is a positive manner. This is how it works. The state of hopefulness is a very attractive energy. You're hopeful. It attracts that energy. It's very attractive. Hopelessness is very constrictive. It's repulsive. It pushes people away. People are not drawn to others who are in a hopeless state. People are in a hopeful state, attract people who have hopeful thoughts. And when you get them together, you get a geometrical progression of what happens with that energy being and that energy flow and that electron flow and the magnetic interaction with you in the ethers. This is how it works. I will tell you that once you learn how to, on a daily basis, be hopeful, you will see a change in your dreams. You will see a change in your life. You will see a change in everything that is around you. Magical things will happen for you when you subscribe to becoming hopeful. Be hopeful. It will allow you to become the very best version of you. Becoming hopeful will allow you to become the very best version of you. May you always be spectacular. I'm Dr. Tom, and welcome to New Member December. Have a great week.